All right, so you can see I have a bunch of jars. That means I'm bringing back the jar videos for one last video. And in this one, what we're going to do is we're going to put gold inside of different liquids and see how the liquids affect the gold. I have 8 grams of gold. All these little bars. Each little bar is 1 gram. So we're going to put one of these little bars into each one of these jars with a various liquid, and we're going to see how it affects them. For the first liquid that we're going to be leaving them in, it's going to be a mixture. So it's going to be, there's a mixture that you can make with a little bit of water, salt, and hydrogen peroxide. And people most commonly use this mixture to, like, that's probably a little bit too much water. But people most commonly use this mixture for, like, kind of like art stuff, because you can spray this on metal and it'll make metal rust extremely fast. A little salt. A little hydrogen peroxide. Now, that'll make metal rust very quickly. In goes our little piece of gold. That sunk so fast. The next liquid, just a little bit of gasoline. Also, another reason that I'm doing this video is apparently gold is supposed to be like, I don't even know what you would call it, just like really durable. Like it's supposed to, really nothing is supposed to affect it. It's supposed to remain like pure in like a bunch of different liquids and like at the bottom of the ocean and like all kinds of stuff. So that makes me very curious. And when we go. Gold must be extremely dense or something, because as soon as you put it in that liquid, it just like, boom, just like sinks straight to the bottom. Next up, how about a little Drano Max Gel? See what that'll do for us. I'm kind of curious if this is going to sink very quickly down to the bottom. It did too. Next up, why not some bleach? Maybe the gold will end up turning like white or something. Maybe we'll make white gold. Next up, this one is going to be kind of, I'm very curious about this one. Hydrochloric acid. Really curious to see how that's going to affect some gold. I'll put the gold in first, so that way I don't splash it. I feel like something interesting is going to happen with that one. Next, let's go with some acetone. This thing of acetone has not been opened since I did the video of leaving things in acetone. So I think it's been a couple of years. Next up, let's go with some charcoal lighter fluid, another flammable substance. And then last but not least, we are going to leave gold in some Coke Zero. Now there's no sugar, so it shouldn't mold or anything. But with as acidic as Coke is, I'm curious if it'll do anything. Alright, so now we have all of our gold into all of our random liquids. I'm going to let these sit here and marinate for 30 days. Then we'll come back and we'll see if any of them are being affected by the liquids. So before we go any farther, this video is sponsored by Factor. A little warning, if your cooking skills are like mine, this is the one for you. Factory is a food delivery service that delivers fresh, never frozen meals straight to your door. And all of the Factor meals are curated by a team of culinary experts, and they only use the freshest ingredients in all the Factor meals. So the way that the meal plans work is that you can get from between 4 and 18 meals per week depending on your specific needs. And you can easily add meals, you can take meals away, you can do whatever you need to fit your specific needs. And if you need to, you can even skip a week. And now my favorite part, and the part that I love the most about these type of meals, is that they are easy to cook. You just take them out of the cardboard sleeve, put them in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then bam, you're done. Peel the plastic off and eat it. It's simple, it's easy. I love that. And for me, in my everyday life, that is about as good as it gets. Just as anything that I can just walk to the fridge, pull it out, put it in the microwave, it's done. That's absolutely perfect for me, and I'm sure it's perfect for a lot of you. And it doesn't even stop there. You can also amp up your order with with add-ons like proteins, juices, energy bites, desserts, smoothies. They have a nice, I think, strawberry banana and some tropical fruit. These things are delicious. So if you're interested, you can go to factor75.com and use code TylerTube50 at checkout, and you will get 50% off your first Factor box. And all the links will be in the description. All right, so you guys know the drill by now. It was supposed to be 30 days. It's really been like 45, maybe 50 days. I'm not entirely sure. The important part is it is past 30 days. So let's start opening these things up and see how these gold bars have been affected, if they've been affected at all. Let's start off with Coke. I've went ahead and kind of taken a little peek at the bottom of all these jars. And I can tell you from what I can see, seems like really nothing has happened. But I haven't closely inspected them. Which nothing is pretty much what we expected to happen. So I guess that's, kind of good. Come on, where are you at? I didn't think this through how I'm going to get these out of here. Oh, I think I got it. So I got a little cup of water here. Just gonna wash it off. That looks completely untouched. There's absolutely nothing about that. I literally cannot see a single imperfection in that. As you would expect, Coke did absolutely nothing. Which actually I thought, which of course, gold is supposed to be resilient and, pretty much nothing is supposed to affect it. So I guess it's not surprising at all. But Coke is pretty acidic and like pretty nasty stuff. Whenever you let stuff sit in it for a long time. So I thought maybe it would, maybe tarnish it a little bit or like do a little bit of something. Next, let's go to my favorite, gas. And I can see that, man, that smell comes out a lot stronger than I thought. That one. Okay, so the gas is on the left. Coke was on the right. The gas, well, actually they kind of look the same now that I look at them. At first I was thinking that maybe the gas looks a little bit better than the Coke one, but once again, completely untouched. I guess since we're doing flammable liquids, let's go ahead and go to lighter fluid. This is going to be completely fine. And once again, completely fine, completely untouched. Honestly, since the lighter fluid's kind of like oily, I think. It honestly looks a little bit shinier than it did out of the package. So, once again, nothing. Let's go ahead and jump up to hydrochloric acid. This one, the lid has built up some pressure, which usually means that there's some type of reaction going on. And honestly, if I look at it from this, the acid looks like it has a kind of a gold tinge to it. So I'm almost curious if it kind of dissolved a little bit of it. I mean, there was a little bit of pressure in there. Thankfully, not much. stuff's strong. Oh, you know what? Let's compare that to this. I think that one, this one right here that came out of the hydrochloric acid, you guys let me know in the comments, but I think it looks just a little bit different. Maybe just a tinge. But nothing really to write home about. Just maybe the slightest difference. Like maybe the shine was kind of eaten away on that backside a little bit. Really nothing crazy. So that's kind of impressive. Next, let's go with acetone. I don't know, that might just be dirt. It looks like maybe there was like specks of gold in there. There's no way that acetone ate gold though, right? That looks completely fine, if I'm honest. Yeah. That looks just as good as new, just like it just came out of the package. Shocker. Let's move on to bleach. Maybe the bleach made the gold white. Maybe that's how they make white gold. Let's see. I feel like this is more like a milky than it was whenever we poured it in there. But maybe that's just me. All right. Oh, and would you look at that? Completely fine. And it's not white gold now. So, guess you can't turn your gold to white gold just by bleaching it. Now, let's go on to my custom mix that I made of salt water and hydrogen peroxide. The mixture that causes rust to form very, very, very easily. I don't even think that did anything. Because gold doesn't, I don't think it rusts, does it? But you'd think it would, like, corrode in at least some way. But, nope. Absolutely nothing. Big shocker there. You know, I really would have thought that, like, one of these would have done something. At least a little bit. Let's just go ahead and get Drano done. This is the last one. If nothing else has done anything, I don't think Drano is going to do anything. And once again, would you look at that? Absolutely nothing. I think this one's a little bit bent from whenever I took it out of the package. But other than that, completely nothing. Completely fine. Let's line all these up. Alright. So, there's all of our gold. Whenever I look at it real close, I mean, there's no way that I could tell you which one was in which liquid or which one did what or this or that or none of it. It all just looks the same to me, to be completely honest. So, I guess that's kind of what we expected, kind of what we knew going into it, is that gold is very resistant to this type of thing. So we kind of expected nothing to happen, and nothing happened. It's still, even whenever I go into something like this, and I kind of have an idea of what the result's going to be, whenever I actually do it, and then the result is exactly what it should be, it still kind of surprises me for some reason. I just would have thought that one of them would have done at least something, but hey, I guess gold is really durable. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.